Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back. Come back to you guys with some sad breaking news as we are now hearing some problems in South London, South Wales, southwest of London, Clapham Common specifically. An attack has occurred again in Clapham, the same area that we had Abdul Ezedi a few weeks back, who decided to do the acid attack. We now have this time, unfortunately, shooting. We have some videos for you guys, and we also have a statement from the authorities. We're going to go through everything together, and we're going to get your reaction as usual live on 2C TV. We heard that around 5 p.m. 2 hours ago, this incident occurred. A couple of people on their bikes decided to randomly target innocent civilians in Clapham, near Clapham Common. The area is now closed. We have a number of casualties. 3 people are injured in the hospital right now. We are obviously waiting to get more updates about their well-being and everything else in the whole situation. We do have a couple of videos, short videos that we received from the local residents in Clapham. Let's go to the first one. As you guys know, it's not really a surprise to say that London is, hasn't been safe for a long time, but it is becoming extremely dangerous to even randomly walk around, go shopping or whatever you want to do. Until a few years ago, as long as you avoided certain areas that we call layman terms no-go zones, places where you had actual gangs operating in parts of Brixton, parts of Peckham, parts of Lewisham in general, and a number of other places, you will be fine. Clapham, especially Clapham Common, is primarily for young middle-class professionals and a lot of graduates in their early 20s who all live in these new-built apartments and all these flats, and they all have professional jobs. Or some of them all have creative jobs, who work in Shoreditch, for example, or Camden. It's not necessarily like the ghettos that we always talk about, or the parts of, for example, Brixton, which is still near Clapham, by the way, but it's still very different. When I was a kid, obviously I grew up in a council estate in Lewisham, I was told by mother and teachers, don't go to Peckham, don't go to Brixton on your own. This was 20 years ago, more than 20 years ago. Back then, things got better, apparently, because even Brixton, even Peckham, those areas, and Clapham now, we had all these new builds being built, all these apartments, middle-class kids went there. The problems are coming back. Let's go to the next video we have from today's attack in Clapham.
So there's a lot going on right now. What's going on? Oh shit. Then there's no point going Clapham.
Yes, unfortunately, as we reported, at least 3 people have been reported to have been injured in the shooting, and they are now in hospital. Obviously, we're waiting for the update. So we do have a statement from the authorities as well, saying, we sent a number of resources, including ambulance crews, operational managers, advanced paramedics, and London's air ambulance. We treated 3 people at the scene and took 2 to a London major trauma centre and 1 to hospital. We will be waiting for more statements and updates from the authorities on this matter. It's becoming, unfortunately, a regular occurrence in terms of just complete chaos and lack of order, lack of respect for civility in London. As I said, London was always, as a major city, always problematic, like New York. But I still felt safe until a few years ago to walk around on my own around midnight to walk to my flat in central London. Not anymore. And again, the police complaining about lack of resources is one thing. There's also an issue with the basic governance of the country, that we don't really have people respecting the rule of law. Gangs are increasing. Again, it's a generational thing as well, because 2011, when we had the London riots, a lot of those kids got arrested. You remember? A lot of them were teenagers. In 2011, when the riots happened, they all went to jail. They're all out. They've been released. Over the last couple of years, they've all been released. And when you go to jail these days, you actually become professional criminals, because you hang out with other criminals. They turn you into a professional. Now they're out, and they feel probably hopeless in terms of their future careers. They're going back to create their own gangs. It's coming back. For a few years after 2011, it was relatively safe. I was feeling safe walking around. Not anymore. Again, well, we also have multiculturalism. We also have the threat of Islamism. Everything else happening. And this is just generally about lack of safety. Next video. So that latest footage was over the last few minutes. That is Clapham Common. So it's basically towards the centre of Clapham as an area in general, where a lot of the young professionals in their early 20s live. And again, this is the second time we've had an attack recently in Clapham. We had Abdul Ezedi with the acid, well, alkaline, whatever it was. This time, unfortunately, shooting. Downtime, I'm guessing, joined the live stream late. We already reported that this incident happened at 5 p.m. 2 hours ago, over 2 hours ago. If you joined us late, feel free to scroll back to the beginning of the live stream. We already explained all that. Let's find out the latest update as well, because again, all this stuff is still ongoing, coming in live. Yes, 3 people obviously confirmed. Unfortunately, do we have any more statements from the police? Let's just say. So we did hear that the attackers were on bikes, and they are still on the run. Nobody has been arrested, unfortunately. Shotgun, by the way. The guns that they used was shotgun pellets. Obviously, they injured a few people. We have a statement now from the Met Police as well. Let me just put it on the screen for you guys to see. Every time. Let's go to the statement from the Metropolitan Police. Apologies for the delay. This is obviously coming in live, so we have to prepare things live for you guys. The statement continues. Wow. Okay. The Met says at 16:55 hours, so 4:55 on Friday, the 1st of March, police were in pursuit of a moped that had failed to stop in the Clapham area. A firearm believed to be a shotgun was discharged from the moped in the vicinity of the Clapham Common south side. 2 people sustained shotgun pellet injuries. The 3rd person was injured by the moped. 2 people sustained shotgun pellet injuries, obviously, as I said already. I don't know why they copied it. And we are also getting more. Yes, the suspects fled the scene, they say. London Ambulance Service paramedics have taken the injured people to hospital while we wait for the formal assessments, they say. At this stage, we do not believe that any of those injured to be in a life-threatening condition, which is good news. A crime scene is in place, and urgent inquiries to trace the moped are ongoing. There have been no arrests at this point. Firearms officers are searching the area. Now, problem with this is they said no, it's not life-threatening, but the problem with the recent attack in Clapham with Abdul Ezedi, it was also not life-threatening but life-changing. So we'll find out. Hopefully, this is not they're going to survive. Hopefully, the the victims. Well, we have to wait for the hospitals to obviously let the Metropolitan Police know and the authority. Of course, the ambulance service, as I said we sent a number of resources, including ambulance crews, operational managers, advanced paramedics, and London's air ambulance. We treated 3 people at the scene and took 2 to a London major trauma centre and 1 to hospital. Now, obviously, we'll get more information as we continue the live as well. Let's just double check to see if we have everything for you guys. It's all coming in, obviously. Let's quickly go back to the last video we have.
So there's a lot going on right now. What's going on? Oh shit. Rolling. There's no point going Clapham.
Yeah, the area in Clapham is obviously now blocked completely. Cambert in the live chat says, I live up the road from here. It's just alarming. Well, of course, unfortunately. Steph Fletcher says, super sticker, thank you very much for the support. And Clay writes, super chat says, can't London, while he's busy cherry picking information to play the victim and cry Islamophobia, the rest of us are being targeted on a regular basis. Innocent people walking around the city. Super chat from Sus Mayatusi saying, let's all be gay and sus and the Islamists will run. Anthony says, Sadiq Khan will be busy using his pathetic police to chase the ULEZ warriors. He needs to get out and stop playing the victim. I agree with that comment. Another one says, who the hell is voting for Sadiq Khan? You need a real leader and mayor, someone who at least cares. He's deliberately ruining our capital city. I wonder why. So let's not forget, when we criticized Sadiq Khan, in this situation, we're not just criticizing him, and we shouldn't just criticize him as the London mayor. He's also the police commissioner, police and crime commissioner in London. He's in charge of observing and supervising the Metropolitan Police in London. So it's not just his role as mayor, but also as the boss of the Metropolitan Police in London. And of course, nothing so far. FS says, well done for reporting this before BBC News. Yeah, by the time they get together and have a meeting about it, it will be tomorrow morning. AFC Man UK, thank you for your super chat, saying, meanwhile, the Mayor Sadiq Khan is cheerfully turning on some Ramadan lights over on Oxford Street. Wonderful priorities there. Yes, if you haven't seen this, I'm going to show you what we're actually dealing with, by the way. It's already started. Crazy times, crazy times. These are the scenes from, I mean, I'm guessing most of you already are familiar with Oxford Street. While Sadiq Khan is busy preparing for more virtuous signalling to keep certain communities happy. Apologies. Yes, the Ramadan lights are now officially up on Oxford Street, and of course around the area, Regent Street and all these places to celebrate that month. And of course more celebrations towards the end of Ramadan when it's finished. We shall expect as usual, while the rest of London feeling unsafe, especially Christians and the Jewish community who don't even feel safe. If you talk to Jewish people, for example, in North London, they don't even feel safe sending their kids on their own to go to school. We are going to do a special program on that, by the way, very soon, in terms of what's going on in North London. And of course, the certain areas with Christian churches and the communities, Christians are also being targeted, not just by the mob, but also by the Metropolitan Police. Because if you're a Christian and if you try to say something in public or sing Christian songs, you will be arrested. And we've shown this so many times on 2CTV. Another super chat, thank you so much, saying, hey Maya, keep up the fab work. London is getting worse. Lived here for 25 years. Wasn't this bad previously? Yeah, I can confirm that. We were actually proud back in the Even early 2010s and late 2000s, we were quite proud that we were getting reports about different major cities like New York, London. Every major city and every capital city always has crimes, always has gangs, everything, obviously we know. But things got much more civilized. People felt safer. At least in most places. There were still areas in London, as I explained earlier. I was from Lewisham myself. My mom said, don't go to Brixton, don't go to Peckham. As long as you don't go there, you're fine. Now it's all over London. When you have attacks in Clapham and then attacks in central London, in Soho and North London and in West London, we now have attacks happening in Chelsea. We have gangs going to Chelsea from different areas to target people there. It's not safe. Super sticker from Hubs, thank you so much. And super chat from The Truth Is Out There. Tommy Robinson for mayor. Tommy's not from London. Only the Londoners can stand. No, I'm kidding. To be fair, we had so many candidates from different places anyway. Ronald says, you can't play Christian songs in the UK. You can play Islamic songs if you want. Yeah. Innocent says, we are talking about the religion of peace again, which among themselves still can't find peace. Yeah, there's also division in the Islamic world. They're not really completely united. Apologies for the voice and everything else. I've completely lost everything, my throat and everything else, as you guys know. Ran out of cold medicine. It's not going well. I thought I'm going to take a break now. Unfortunately, this sad news came out as I was about to finish for the day. I'm just going to go double check all the latest updates for you guys. Obviously, I want to make sure I report everything as soon as we get them before the mainstream media, before they do their spin as usual. Okay, let's quickly go review the videos if you join us late.
So there's a lot going on right now. What's going on? Oh shit. Well then. There's no point going Clapham.
Yeah, as that woman said, no point in going to Clapham. That place in Clapham was already bad traffic. Yeah, it's terrible. Good luck getting home. Yeah, I think a lot of people are still stuck, obviously, as they closed both sides of Clapham Common right now. It's not much better in the countryside. Everyone who comes to my door, including my postman, can hardly speak English. But that's how I've been saying this on 2CTV for a while. Most of these problems, whether it's crime in general or multiculturalism going wrong and everything else, diversity is our strength. Until recently, it only applied to big cities, major cities. Up to a point where I remember in the EU referendum in 2016, the Liberals were going around saying, what is it with all these white Brexiteer gammons in small towns and in villages complaining about immigration? They don't even have any immigrant over there. And I kept saying, even at the time, they're complaining because they know if you don't do anything about it, it's going to get there. Now, it's not just major cities, it's also small towns, it's also certain villages. Look at Lincolnshire. There are villages in Lincolnshire that have problems. It's Yorkshire. There are parts of Yorkshire also problematic. It's not just London, Birmingham or Manchester. Lack of respect for the values in our culture. Chris Rogers says, please vote Reform Party. Luton Mix says, diversity is our stench. Lady Yorkshire says, stay away from my village. Yeah, if more people said that, yeah. Me says, you're another person. You're, okay, apostrophe and E is needed after Y-O-U-R means something else. You're another person making money out of bad news. It's called reporting the news, darling. It's important to report the news. And right now, if you change your channels, I don't know if you can afford a TV, but you can actually check BBC News and Sky News. They're a little bit behind us, but they're now also reporting the news. Yes, I don't think these people know what anything is, really. I'm just going to double check to see if we missed any other updates. This is obviously still ongoing. I'm just trying to see if we're going to hear anything about the 3 people who have been injured, obviously, because the one who's in hospital right now, they have said it's not life-threatening, obviously. Let me just quickly go back to the statements we have in case you join us late. The police said at 4:55 on Friday, police were in pursuit of a moped that had failed to stop in the Clapham area. A firearm believed to be a shotgun was discharged from the moped in the vicinity of Clapham Common South Side. 2 people sustained shotgun pellet injuries. 3rd person was injured by the moped itself. 2 people sustained shotgun pellet injuries. And then obviously now they're saying that one of them is in a hospital at least. Yep, the ambulance service said, we sent a number of resources, including ambulance crews, operational managers, advanced paramedics and London's air ambulance. We treated 3 people at the scene, took 2 to a London major trauma centre and 1 to a hospital, I'm guessing local hospital, probably St Thomas's or somewhere else. The issue we have is, well, they have said it's not life-threatening, but at the same time, if they now have the gun, because obviously it was dropped for some reason, maybe they get some fingerprints or something. I don't know if they can actually, if they already have someone on record, one of the suspects, then it will be easy to find them. Although last time, when they discovered who the last person was, Abdul Ezedi, the identity of that person, they couldn't find him until they found his dead body. But these guys, obviously, if they're in gangs, they will be, the local police would know who they are. Hopefully, it's their job to know. I missed a few super chats. Sorry, guys. Hubs, yes, a super chat, a super sticker. Yeah, we got that too. Paul, have a drink on me, mate. You've earned it. Thank you very much. And Aaron says they've reached the villages of northeast England. Wow. And Nora says, welcome to the reality of Israel. Now we know. Slowly. Maya, you need a brandy with your fruit and veg. Yeah, it's getting worse. My nose is blocked now. The throat is gone. I don't know how I'm still awake, by the way. I thought I was done. Apparently not. The word has it that it wasn't Abdul in the Thames. Well, that's going to be another plot twist, isn't it? James says the targeted people were probably converted from Islam to Christianity. That's actually a good point. Yeah, if they were white, you would know by tonight. If another color, we will hear nothing. Usually that happens. There's also the same problem in the American media. There have been so many examples. If it's a white person, immediately they find their profile, their manifesto, and they talk to the families, and then everything else happens. Otherwise, it's mental illness, sorry. I got more advice. Vladimir says lemon juice. Let's eat a lot at Ramadan. I do eat extra during Ramadan because you have to support the local restaurants and local takeaways and your supermarkets. Especially in areas where it's primarily the Islamic community. Buy more, eat more during Ramadan. Wayne says, Tusi, your live chat channel is outstanding. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Mr. Walden, for your support. I think we are not going to hear anything else, I have a feeling, for a while, because we've already received the initial statements. I'm just double check. What a night. Literally happened just before the Prime Minister was about to make his speech about extremism in Britain. Anyway, we'll keep you guys posted, obviously, if anything else happens. There is another video coming up later on the channel shortly It's an exclusive interview with a investigative journalist who asked a simple question from George Galloway, and George Galloway had a meltdown and called the police on him. Yeah, you don't want to miss that interview. Last super chat, Joanne, thank you very much for your support. You've been watching 2C TV. I'm Maya 2C, and we are the media.